It's day 3 of, let's see, started, all right. Okay, it's day 3 of Pintastic, and I'm here with one of the speakers from the seminars, Barry Oursler, is it pronounced?
Yeah, Oursler.
Okay, Barry, what did you speak about today?
A little bit of everything. They had like a question and answer. Dave had a bunch of questions, basically, about my career in pinball, you know, from the beginning up until this point, pretty much.
How long have you been involved in pinball?
I started in 1970, right out of high school. I started working at Williams and spent 26 years working there.
Now, what were you doing at Williams?
When I started out in the factory as testing games in their sample room, as they called it.
And by the time the 26 years was over, what were you doing?
Then I was a full-fledged game designer. I was designing since 1978, so I was doing it for 18 years.
So what games would people recognize that you've designed?
Well, Space Shuttle, Pinbot, Cyclone, Gorgar.
I like Cyclone.
Doctor Who.
Oh, Doctor Who.
Yeah.
That's one of our
Bram Stoker's Dracula. And
one of my son's favorites.
A couple dozen more, I mean.
So now, you were with pinball back, I mean, this is, we're talking almost 50 years ago to get started. You've seen the ups and downs. Is it odd to get attention and to have a room full of people listening to you speak concerning this these days? Is it something you, when you started doing this, is that something you have envisioned happening?
Not really. I mean, we didn't really do much of that. You know, there was no celebrities or anything back then. It seemed like we did our games and we had our trade shows, and you would just show your game and just talk to people, and that was it. But now people are coming to actually see you and talk to you and stuff.
Well,
it's different. Yeah.
Is it gratifying to see your work appreciated in this way? I mean, obviously you want to make a living, and you've managed to make a living doing this, but it must be very different to have people appreciate your work.
It is. It's. I mean, I don't know what the word is, but you know, it makes me humble, I guess.
So people, I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
That's what I had to say about it. You know.
Now, you see a lot of new games out there, new games being designed. What are the things, if you wanted to give advice to new designers, people who wanted to get into this business, what are the things that you looked for when designing a machine?
Something I try to make a game appeal to everybody, not just one particular group. You know, some people want just macho games, some people want just fun games. I try to do a little bit of everything, pretty much. Well,
that, you know, the more people it appeals to, the more quarters that go through the machine. Now, are you still doing any kind of designing now, or is it just reflecting on the career these days?
I've been doing some design work for Highway Pinball. I'm just waiting for them to build my whitewood boards up so I can go there and adjust them and change them around before you finalize the games.
And when do you think the next games that you'll be designing will be out?
I'm hoping within a year or less.
Now, is there anything you can tell me about these games, or is it still kind of hush-hush?
They haven't really announced anything yet on any of the games.
So you're obliged to keep your mouth shut, so to speak.
I can tell you, but I have to kill you.
All right, well, I'm the Sicilian. I'm supposed to say things like that. Well, of course.
I'm half Italian, too. So.
All right, final thought. Now, have you been at Pintastic before?
No.
So this is your first year at this convention. Obviously, I've been here through all 3 years, and I've seen it grow. Do you anticipate coming back again, and do you anticipate the same reception that you got here this year?
I think it might be better next time even, because more people know. I've heard the show's been growing every year.
Well, it has been something to see. Well, thank you, Barry, so much for your time, and we will keep an eye out again. Before I have you go, what is the last game you designed, the newest one that you've designed that you were able to talk about?
Well, Junkyard. That was back in '96 when I.
So it's been a little while. So this is going to be a comeback machine for you.
Right. I haven't done anything for like 18 years, and then about 2 years ago, Highway approached me about doing some work for them.
All right. So the return of Barry to pinball. We will keep our ear to the ground, and hopefully we'll see the game here next year in Pintastic.
I hope so too.
Thank you so much for your time.
Sure.
Okay. Stop button. Where's my stop button?